What is up, my ninjas? This is Ninja Shark 01 here, bringing you another video. So in today's video, it's going to be a little pretty different actually. We are actually going to be doing a tier list of Demon Slayer. I had this idea. I kind of just want to do like a little small different type of video, just to show like that I do know different types of animes, different types of stuff. So I just want to do Demon Slayer because I actually really enjoyed the manga. I've seen the anime, so yeah. So mind you, there will be spoilers in this. There will be spoilers because I will be talking about stuff that happens in the manga as well. So without further, if you want to click off now. But if you don't mind spoilers, continue watching the video. If you are new, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. And yeah, let's hop into it. So the tiers are S+, S, A, B, C, D, and characters who are just there. Characters who are just there, kind of just like characters who just move the story along just like a smidget, and I really just didn't care for them. So yeah, let's hop into this. So the first one are the little Kakashi guys. I don't even know what they're called. They're honestly just characters who are just there. They honestly are just like fodder. Like they have small moments, but other than that, they're really not even all that. So my next one I want to put is Enosuke. Enosuke is in S+. Mind you, this is my opinion. Do not chastise me for my opinion. But Enosuke is honestly my favorite character in Demon Slayer because he's funny, he's outgoing, he's strong, and he's just overall a really good character to me. I really like his beast breathing style, and I like how he has the sense of touch in him. Like all the five, like Tanjaro, Zainto, all of them, they all have like the five senses. The five that made it through the final selection have something to do with the five senses. I like how Inosuke's is the sense of touch. Also, I really enjoyed his fight with upper 2. His fight with upper 2 with Kano. I think that's her name. The flower breathing girl. I really enjoyed that. They just how Inosuke had so much hate in his heart for upper 2. The fact that upper 2 was the reason that he is an orphan and he had to live his life with wild animals in the wild. I really enjoyed that, and he was pretty much like, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna create a hell specifically for you. That was a really cool line. Overall, like I said, Inosuke is goated, S+. So now we have the Wind Pillar. I'm gonna put him in S. He's really strong, but I really just don't care for him. He's insanely strong. As seen when they were doing the pillar training, and he was fighting Tanjaro, and like honestly, he could have beat Tanjaro terribly. And then he was training with Gyu. That was really cool as well. He's really strong, but like, and I actually felt bad for him when they were fighting. Which moon was it? They were fighting a moon, and it was him and his brother, and then like he pretty much had to watch his brother die. That was actually pretty sad. But before that, when he was like treating his brother like trash, but he had a really good reason as to why he didn't want his brother to get into that lifestyle. He didn't want to see him die, but then he ended up dying, and yeah, that was actually really, really sad. But it was actually really cool. It was a cool moment, and like I said, he's strong and everything, so I'm gonna put him in S tier. So we have one of the Sound Pillar's wives. I'm just gonna put her in characters that were just there. She kind of contributed a little bit to it, but not too much. So I'm actually going to put I'm gonna put upper 2 in S+. As much as I don't like him, he definitely was S plus material because he was strong. He killed Shinobu's sister, who was a pillar as well. He was, and his attitude was just like, he was so fake, and like he was always trying to be happy and everything. He even killed Shinobu. And I was really glad when Kano and Enosuke, they were able to pretty much get their own revenge on him. It was actually really cool, and I really enjoyed it. But like I said, and he had his ice demon stuff, and that was actually pretty crazy as well. But yeah, he was actually really strong, and as much as I didn't like him, he's definitely S plus. So next on the list we have Gyu, the water pillar. Gyu was strong as heck. Just from like when he first showed up with Tanjaro, and like when he was about to kill Nezuko, you can tell that he was someone serious. But then when Tanjaro and Nezuko were fighting Lower 5, he just came out of nowhere. For one, he came out of nowhere and helped Enosuke with Lower 5's father and just beat him like it was nothing. And he beat Lower 5 like it was nothing. He just cut off Lower 5's head as if it was... He did it effortlessly. It was insane. But yeah, Gyu, he's definitely S plus tier. And then like his backstory, he pretty much was like, oh, I was the reason, like, I shouldn't, pretty much he shouldn't be where he is. He's not worthy of being the water pillar because he couldn't save Sabato and everything. But at the same time, Gyu is still insanely powerful. And once he realized like, oh, I actually do matter, that was actually a really cool moment in the series. And his fight with Tanjaro and Upper versus Upper 3, insanity. So yeah, we're just gonna move on. I really don't know who that is. Maybe just be built a little dumb. I think that's one of the Sound Pillar's wives. She's honestly both of them just characters, so whatever. So I'm actually going to put the Stone Pillar. Yeah, he's S plus. I don't even think much needs to be said about him. He's obviously the strongest of the pillars and of the Demon Slayer Corp. Yeah, there's not much. He had his the Slayer marks, the Demon Slayer marks. There's not much to be said, and he was keeping up. I'm not gonna say he was stronger than, but he was keeping up with Upper 1. Upper Moon 1. He was keeping up with Upper Moon 1, which was absolutely insane. So yeah, not much needs to be said about him. And he was able to just like, I'm not gonna say stronger, but he was still putting up a fight with Muzan, but Muzan was just hacks, if we're being honest. Speaking of, Muzan definitely goes in S plus. He may be the main villain, but at the same time, dude was insanely powerful, insanely strong. He had like multiple hearts and brains, so it was not easy to kill him. Muzan definitely was an insane villain. He was an insane villain. Created all the demons. He was insane. And honestly, you got to gauge his power when he just killed all the lower moons, which was insane. Then you got to see the final battle between him and all the pillars and everything, and that was just crazy. He took Gyu's arm off. Everything about Muzan was insane. And then once he was about to be defeated, he was just like, oh, well, I don't even feel like being defeated anymore. I'm just gonna make Tanjaro the final boss, which was crazy. So honestly, if we're being honest, Muzan is S plus. And like I said, I don't really like Muzan. I don't like Michael Jackson. That's who he is. But damn, is he strong. He's really strong. So I have to put him in S+. So she was at the butterfly estate. She's characters who are just there, you know. I'm putting him, the drum dude, I'm putting him in D tier. He wasn't really strong. I see why he got his rank taken away, because he really wasn't the strongest. The only thing he had was the drums to just make the house flip, and Tanjaro was able to beat him, not with ease, but a little bit easy. Yeah, he's stuck in D tier for me. He really wasn't that interesting of a character. And I guess with me, character tropes, I really don't like a villain that is a villain and then like you're pretty much made to not like them, but then like they have a sad backstory. I really don't care for that. I don't care for that at all. That's just not, I still just don't like them. So yeah, he's in D tier for me. So Tanjaro, again, not much really needs to be said about Tanjaro. For one, he has two types of breathing style. He has the water breathing and he has the sun breathing, which is overpowered as heck. Once he did that against lower 5, that was just in his arsenal. He used it against lower 1 with the train. Honestly, Tanjaro was able to do so much. It was actually really insane how much he was able to do. He even was able to take out Muzan, even though Muzan had the thing where it was like he was aging for like ever, like aging back like so many years per second. He still was able to use his fire breathing to help take out Muzan so much, and it was really cool. His fight with upper 3 was freaking insane. How he was just like, I'm gonna cut your head off, and then he just did it. He just cut his head off. And then when he was fighting upper 6 and he got his Demon Slayer marks, that was cool too. Man, Tanjaro honestly is a really cool main character, to say the least. So now we're going on to the sound pillar. I'm actually gonna put him in S as well. He had that one arc when they were fighting upper 6. You saw that he was actually really powerful, really powerful. It's really crazy how powerful he actually was. But then he retired, and like he lost an arm and an eye, which was actually pretty crazy. So yeah, I think that he's S because he's insanely strong, but I really just think that he's stuck in S. So we have the girl of upper 6. I'm just gonna put her in C tier. She was really annoying. I didn't really care for her. Yeah, that's it. She was annoying. She was strong though, but without the other part, she wasn't really too much interesting. He's going in characters who were just there. He made Enosuke sword. That's pretty much it. He was helped, Zainto's master. He helped move the story along because without him, Zainto wouldn't be able to do lightning breathing. I think his name is Moretta. I'm putting him in D tier. He really wasn't too much of an interesting character, if I'm being completely honest. He really wasn't. He really wasn't that interesting. They met him when they were fighting the spiders and lower 5, but his character to me really wasn't interesting. He was kind of whiny. Okay, and that's another one of the sound pillars wives. She's kind of just there as well. I forget her name, but she was like one of the first demons. Not one of the first, but she was a demon with Muzan, but then she started to hate him, and she was actually really cool. I liked her character. Her sole purpose was like, I want this guy dead. I want him dead. And I really enjoyed that. The way that she pretty much was like, I don't like him. I hate Muzan. And her attempt to try to kill him was actually like really good, but Muzan was just like, he was just too strong. But the fact that she made the drug to pretty much make him age so many years within like seconds, it was actually really good. And yeah, she was really, I liked her character. But I'm just gonna put her in A tier because, you know, she was impactful, but not really too much impactful to me. I'm going to put upper 1 in S plus because for 1, he had moon breathing. 2, of course, he's upper 1. He was the strongest of the moons. And his backstory was actually pretty crazy because he really just wanted to be like on par with his brother, but like he never could. So he just like became a demon. And even in old age, his brother could have killed him, but he died before he was able to kill him, which was insane. His fight against the Mist Pillar and the Stone Pillar, and it was the Wind Pillar and the Wind Pillar's brother. They were putting in work, but he still was just like so much better than all 4 of them. It was actually a miracle that they won. So I'm gonna put him in S plus. I'm putting upper 3 in S plus as well. His fighting style was just destructive. I hate him, but I can't knock him for his ability. And his backstory is actually pretty sad. But at the same time, I still really didn't like him because he was a villain. He killed Rengoku. He was a villain, and I can't get with villains who just, and then like they show their backstory. Like if I would have seen his backstory first and then seen him be a villain, I would be like, oh, that's actually really sad. He's still a villain, but that's sad. But like, I can't get with a villain whose backstory is said first. No, it's a villain first, and then their backstory is said once they're about to die. I can't get with that. It was still sad, and he was still strong as heck, and he was so close to killing Gyu and Tanjaro. It was insane. But then like he finally accepted like I have to go, like with the girl that he loved. It was really sad that his like she died and everything and blah blah blah. But I just think that's her. But whatever. But yeah, he's definitely S plus for me. That guy is D tier. I don't care for him. He just had the arrows and stuff like that, so he's D tier. Now, that's the other upper 6, Gyutaro. Freaking deadly. He was insane. Honestly, without her, he could have been easily stronger than some of the other moons, and it was very obvious. He was able to take on Tanjaro and the Sound Pillar, and like he was insane. His ability was really crazy, and both of their backstories are actually really sad. It was just like he was super ugly and she was super beautiful and everyone hated him, and then like eventually they burned together. It was really sad, but honestly he was really strong and she was holding him back, and Muzan actually said that. So I'm actually going to keep him in S tier. She's in C tier. I don't care. The mom, I'm going to put her in C tier. She was okay. That's it. I'm putting him in S plus. He made the sun breathing. That's all I have to say about him. He was really strong. He was the reason that he put Muzan on the ropes. And he could have killed his brother. There's not much to be said about him. He was just freaking insanely strong. I'm putting her in characters that were just there, you know, kind of just there. I'm going to put her in B tier. She kind of was just there to help Tanjaro with his training. But other than that, not much else either. I'm putting him in B tier as well. He was really strong. He was beating Enosuke. But that's really all his character was. That's it. I'm gonna put him in S. It was actually really crazy that he did not have a breathing style, but at the same time, he was still really cool. He was still really cool. I liked that his sense was a sense of taste, and he could like eat a demon, and then like gain their abilities. That was actually really cool. Like when Tanjaro and him were fighting Upper 4, and he ate Upper 4, like some of Upper 4's flesh, and like gained Upper 4's abilities. That was actually really cool to me. I liked the touch. Yeah, I forgot to say Tanjiro's sense of hearing. He could hear really good. I'm gonna put her in S plus because I really enjoyed how she actually, like, Tanjaro allowed her to break free from who she was of like following orders and like using the coin and stuff like that. He's just like, hey, make decisions on your own. That's it. And I really, like I said, with Enosuke, I really enjoyed her fight with Upper 2. I really liked her final, like the final flower art where like she had like her eyes thing, and hers was vision because she had the eyes thing, but she went blind and everything. But I really enjoyed her fight with Upper 2 because it was just a really cool fight. It was like both her and Enosuke had a reason to be fighting them, and they both were able to avenge. They were both able to avenge. She was able to avenge her 2 sisters, and he was able to avenge his mother and Shinobu. So I really enjoyed it, and I think she deserves to be an S+. Nope, I really don't care for Upper 1. I'll put Upper 1 in B. I mean Lower 1 in B. Because that's the whole entire reason for the train arc. That's really all I have to say. Lower 1 was kind of just okay. I'm gonna put him in S+ because he was the reason for the Demon Slayers. I'm not gonna say the reason because like Demon Slayers were like hundreds of years old, but he was actually a really good leader, and like he just wanted to see them prosper. It was really sad because he was like, I know my children are dying, but at the same time it has to be done. But yeah, I'm gonna put him in S+. I really liked his character. He was really cool. I don't like him, so I'm gonna put him in C. He was strong. I'm gonna put him in B. Nope, he's going in C. He was strong, but like he gave up his morals and made him kill himself. But that really was a push for Zainto, and I was really happy when Zainto killed him because like he was just a stupid. I didn't like him. Like his character was just like he was lonely. And I actually do like I go back and reread the chapter where it was him versus Zainto, and I enjoyed it. Was like he was using all the arts and everything and blah blah blah. I like the contrast. He could use all the arts except for the first one, but Zainto could only use the first one. But then Zainto pulled out his own form in order to kill him, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I don't like him. He's going in C. Lower 5, he's going in A, simply because he was really strong, and he was actually a really good build up for Tanjaro and Nezuko's moment, like the moment that everyone really loved. But I really just didn't care for him. His backstory was sad. I just really didn't care for him. Like you could tell that Lower Moon was no match for a pillar. Like I said, you came in and killed him so easily. But yeah, Shinobu's going in S+. I think we all know the reason why. She was really good. She was the insect pillar, and I really enjoyed her. I really enjoyed her character. It was like she was putting on a constant front. She wanted to be like her sister. Like she was just, I was actually reading something about that earlier today. It was like she was just kind of like keeping her sister's dream alive. And it was actually really, I really enjoyed it, because it was like she wanted to be that, but like at the same time she couldn't, because she was just, her hate was just too strong. And when she was fighting Upper 2, and she allowed herself to get killed, all so they would be able to, like, Enosuke and for Kano would actually be able to kill him, was actually really powerful. And when Upper 2 was like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, and she was just like, I hate you, I hate everything about you. I really enjoyed her. She was actually really good. The Spider, I'm putting him in D tier. He only had one good moment, and that was for Zainto to use his breathing. So that's it. I'm putting him in A tier. He was annoying, but he was really good, and he helped out a lot. So he's going in A tier. Rengoku's dad, I'm putting him in C tier. He was annoying. He was really annoying. But then, like, he actually was like, oh, my son, blah, 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 whatever. She was, honestly, characters are just there. She had a backstory. Cool, whatever. I'm putting her in S+. She was actually a really good pillar. The love pillar. I really enjoyed her. I liked how she was, like, insanely strong, and she could eat a lot. And I loved how she's a love pillar. I like her blade and everything, and how it was like kind of flimsy and everything, but she was insanely powerful. And I liked her relationship with the snake pillar. Overall, I just liked her as a character. And yeah, Rengoku definitely goes in S+. There's not much that needs to be said. He was a fire pillar, the flame pillar, and he was just overall powerful. It really sucks, because I wish he would have gotten his Demon Slayer marks, because I think if he would have gotten his marks, he would have been able to at least keep up with Upper 3. But honestly, he was just too much. Like, it was so crazy, because like they built him up to be like a lovable character, and then he just freaking gets killed. And that was actually really sad. So Rengoku definitely, like, he was honestly the build up for Tanjiro's motivation, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah. So the snake pillar, I really didn't care for him, so I'm just gonna put him in A. He had a really good power. He hated Tanjiro. Overall, I really just didn't too much particularly care for him. But yeah, he's A tier. Upper 5, I don't really care for him. It was a good battle with him and the Mist Pillar. But overall, I really just didn't care for him. He did allow the Mist Pillar to like help him regain his memories and everything, and for him to get his marks. But overall, I really just didn't care for him as a character. Characters is there. Those were the Master's children. I'm just gonna put both of them in here, and I think that was his wife. I'm just gonna put all three of them there because they were just kind of just there. So yeah, Zainto definitely S+. Zainto is probably my second favorite character in the entire show, because he's so whiny and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, blah 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 blah. But as soon as he goes unconscious, as soon as he goes under, he's so cool. That first moment with him and the demon in the house, that was so freaking epic. When they were fighting Upper 6, and he was asleep, and he was just like actually being somewhat of a leader even when he was asleep. And I really enjoyed it. It was funny because that was the first time that Tanjiro had ever seen Zainto sleep fighting. He was like, why is he asleep? But he still was able to just like keep up and everything, and it was really cool. But then finally when he came to, he was like, why are my legs broken? That was really funny to me. And then, like I said, I really enjoyed his fight with him, who was Upper Moon 6, the new Upper Moon 6. I really enjoyed it because Zainto was getting beat and everything, and you could tell that he was just like sad. He was just like, man, I really wanted to fight by his side one day. And he pulled out his 7th breathing form, which was epic as heck. It was so freaking cool. And he was just like, the dude was like, oh my gosh, the master did teach you something that he didn't teach me. He's like, no, I learned this just so I could fight by your side. And then it was really cool when they were fighting Muzan, and he actually, even though he was scared, he still was like, I have to do this. So Zainto definitely goes in S+. I really enjoy Zainto's character. Like I said, he's probably my 2nd favorite behind Enosuke. Nezuko goes in S+. She's Tanjaro's sister. Everything about her is just amazing. Nezuko is such a precious. She's so precious. We love Nezuko. Her demon art was really cool when she turned into like her full demon form. That was really cool. Even though she lost control, still was really cool. Nezuko overall is S+. We love Nezuko. You're going in D. Don't really care for you. He's going in S+. He made Tanjiro's blade. Even when he like upper 5 was attacking him, he was just like, okay, whatever. And he still was just making the blade. It was so cool. He was just still making the blade, still just making the blade, making the blade, making the blade. It was really cool. I enjoyed that about him. I wonder where upper 4 is. I don't see him on here. I'm putting him in A. He taught Tanjaro and Gyu and Sabato, which is really cool. So that's all I have to say. And he was a former pillar. So I'm putting her in D. She really wasn't important. Wasn't important at all. Putting you in characters who are just there, as well as you. Sabato, I'm putting Sabato in S because he was a main, like he was helping Tanjaro out, even though he was a ghost, which is really crazy. But he still helped Tanjaro out, and like Tanjaro carried on his dream by killing that big demon. I'm gonna put her in D as well. Don't really care for her. Characters are just there. And the Mist Pillar, I'm putting him in S. He was 14 years old and he was strong as heck. He had the blood of the he had the blood of him, the upper one. It was really cool. It was sad to see him die, but at least he got to be with his family again. He was insanely powerful. Insanely powerful. When he got cut in half though, that was pretty crazy. But he managed to win against upper 5 with his Demon Slayer marks. And like I said, he was fighting upper 1 and they were putting in work. So yeah, I really enjoyed him. So this is my tier list of all the Demon Slayer characters. This is all of them. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. What are your opinions? I want to know where you guys will put people. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you and peace out.